everybody? It's Kat and Sid. I'm Kat.
I'm Sid.
So today we're going to do episode 3, commonly used English words, phrases here in China that might cause misunderstandings, might be awkward if you use them with Americans. 开始啦
Okay.
So the first one, low. 你好 low.
The no pronunciation is
It's like low.
low, right? Pronunciation is different. The meaning is actually different too.
So for example, if you were going to say, oh, 这个裙子好 low, like the idea that I get is kind of like tacky. In American English, we don't really use it that way.
对
It's straight up a Chinese thing now.
对，
It's a Chinese thing.
简单的就是 Chinglish。川普说 I hit a new low 是 a new low point，就是你可以想象一个那种图形。举个例子。
Oh, I knew he was lazy, but this is a new low for him.
对，知道他已经很懒，但比我想象中更懒，就不是大家说那个 low taste 那个感觉。
Exactly.
对，因为你说 a new low， 首先它是个名词，它绝对不是一个形容词。你好 low， 我好 low， 怎么？英文对话里就是这是错误的用法。
Number 2, wine.
嗯，
In Chinese, we have 酒.
对。
But the thing is, if you translate 酒 as wine, there's gonna be some misunderstanding.
对对对，中国喝白酒嘛，然后很多会说
White wine? Really? Usually you're thinking about red wine,
对
white
对
wine
对
made of grapes. 白酒, that's not wine.
中文里这个酒是一个就是大的一个概括嘛，
Usually we would just say alcohol.
所以 alcohol 有哪些分类？
Okay, we have beer, we have wine, liquor and spirit.
反正简单说，在英文里会分得很清楚嘛。在英文里确实有 white wine，
Right.
但不是白酒啊，
Right.
所以就大家那种类是完全不一样的。
Number 3, funny. Fun and funny.
对对
Not the
对，
same.
我们真的看到超多人犯这个错误。中文里大家就会说好玩，最直接翻译就是 funny。I went to Disneyland. It's so funny.
Funny, for the most part, means hilarious, humorous.
对 ，I went to Disneyland. It was fun. 对，就是这里的 fun 就是好玩的意思。
Yeah.
Funny 等于搞笑。Fun 更像好玩。对。
Wait, so then can you say 好玩 if you're talking about like a joke to express that it's funny?
Yeah.
Learn something new every day. Okay, number 4, uncle, aunt,
哦，这个
etc.
之所以它是中美文化差异呢，是因为中文里大家会，比如说我看到一个陌生的阿姨，
It's like, oh, 叫阿姨，
而且阿姨
叫
就是
叔叔。
对，可能她不是你真正的那个血缘上任何关系，但在英文里不会这么说。
If it's a stranger, you might say sir,
Right,
miss, ma'am. Like for example, we were reading this magazine that was in the airplane, and it was written by a Chinese person. It was a Chinese airline,
Right.
but it's in English. And they're talking about a tea house or something. They're like, oh, there's so many uncles hanging out there. That sounds so awkward. It just sounds really awkward.
在中文里，他很多那个年轻的女生自嘲的感觉，说哦，我都是老阿姨啦。英文里聊天的时候会跟我们聊说
I'm an old aunt.
I'm an old lady.
I'm an old lady. Number 5, you'd better.
这个算语言习惯的问题。
你最好怎么样？
对对对，就听起来很正常哦。你最好先去吃点东西啊。
Right.
你都没吃到饭，就听起来很正常。但在英文里，简单来说就是没有礼貌。对对
Like a very strong suggestion.
对
American English, at least, we really like to have a very light suggestion.
对对对，就中文有时候会比英文更加直接一点。但是你想表达你最好
You could say, what about doing this?
，What
Question
about
mark.
doing this？
Maybe you could do this. Of course, you can use it sometimes. It's strong enough where I wouldn't be using it constantly. I notice people here give more suggestions in general, to be honest. Like,
That's
最好喝点水, blah, 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 blah. It's definitely a cultural
I have a
difference.
question for you.
Okay.
After you learn Chinese, in Chinese, will you say like, 哦，你最好 blah blah blah?
Yeah, because I can't think of another way. I would say perhaps if you're in the US, you're dealing with Americans who just don't know anything about China or whatever.
Right.
I would avoid telling them to do something,
Right,
especially
right.
related to like health.
对
People
对
find
对
that a little bit too intrusive. Even though if you're just caring, but people,
对对对
it's a difference, you know.
语言习惯不同，文化也不同。
Number 6. Okay, number 6 is recently. This occurred to me when I heard Sid saying recently, and he was talking about future plans.
对，我经常会弄错。
And I was like, wait, that sounds off to me.
Do you want to go see a movie recently?
I was like, what?
What？ 就中文里的最近是可以表之前，也可以表之后。但在英文里 recently
is
说的是前面的事情。
right.
对。
And then when I looked it up in the Chinese English dictionary, I was like, okay, I get it now.
最
This
近
is
means 对。
mind blown.
就比如说你前面几天你说 recently，
Recently
英文里后面要发生，你说Oh, I'm going to Russia soon.
Soon. People say recently so much, it's almost overused. I say lately more
Oh,
often than I say
lately.
recently. Number 7. Okay, how to in the context of questions, like asking questions. Apple 怎么说 How to say apple?
这是非常 English 的意思。
Right.
对。
How do I say? How do you say?
How do you
this?
say apple？ 比如说 how to say apple， 你是可以用的，但是你应该要放在一个句子里。Do you know how to say this？ 对，简单来说，你 how to it's not a question。但你们可能会在比如说报纸上啊，或者一个杂志上看到 how to bake a pie，
It's like a title.
但他不会说 how to bake a pie question mark。修正的方法就是 how do you make a pie？ 或者你把 how to 放在一个句子里。Do you know how to make a pie？
Exactly.
好，这就是我们今天说的词汇啦。
Yes.
这些词实在太多了，我们做到第3集都还没有任何一个滥竽充数的词。有一天我们做到某一集，其中的1、2个是那种我们硬扯出来的，那个时候就代表这个系列要结束了。大家可以评论告诉我们，你们还有没有别的一些词，有没有发现你那个词可以加入这个系列，然后我们就会把它加进来。
Hope this was useful or at least interesting a little bit. 好玩吗？搞笑吗？
Yeah, it's fun.
It's fun. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. 评论、转发
投币，
什么的，
对，
等等。
对，
拜拜，再见。
OK，拜拜。
谢谢大家。Then why you teach me this one?
I'm just confused for a second. Just do this. Okay, how about I do this? You do.
I'll do.
You do.
I'll do American style.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.